Bad things happen every day on eBay. And if you sell enough items, you're going to experience it yourself. But we're going to talk about that and what I call feel versus real on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin Ain't Easy. And as I mentioned on the other side, bad things happen to good people, good eBay sellers. Even the bad sellers, things happen to. And you know what? Basically the bottom line, the message that I'm going to try to talk to you about in this video is simple. You're just going to have to deal with it. And things happen all the time. We're talking chargebacks, bad buyers that I've talked about a lot on this channel, fraudulent returns, partial returns, broken returns, buyers that give dishonest feedback, different things. We talked about YouTubers that will give bad information on their channels, right? And a lot of confusing information. Sometimes to those of you who don't have a lot of experience selling on eBay, you just want direction. So you follow advice from some of these YouTubers and they lead you down the wrong path, maybe give you the wrong impression about reselling in general, and it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And we're not even talking about the part that I've had issues with, buying stuff to resell, getting pretty much ripped off on the goods that you thought you were going to get. Maybe you didn't prepare very well. Maybe you didn't get all the information you needed to before you made that purchase. Bad things happen on eBay to good people. And sometimes it's not even your fault. You're just the victim of it. Sometimes it is your fault due to negligence, due to not knowing any better or not being on top of things. But essentially what happens is when these bad things happen, we tend to feel that this is the norm, right? Chargebacks. When you get a chargeback, it kind of feels like, I've got to deal with this chargeback. I shouldn't have to deal with this chargeback. eBay is this, eBay is that. eBay is bad. And maybe it's never happened to you before, but this one time has left such a bad taste in your mouth that you don't even want to deal with eBay anymore. Maybe this bad buyer that sent you this item that wasn't broken, maybe they broke it or maybe they swapped it out. It makes you just not want to sell on the platform anymore. Now, let me just say this. There's a lot of people out there who absolutely hate eBay, okay? They have left remarks, in the comments down below. And of course, I want you to comment down below as well. But there's a lot of people that just hate eBay. They've had bad experiences. They've hated or disliked, for a milder word, eBay's willingness to constantly change and constantly fee us to death and constantly do all these things. And I feel you. I'm on board with that. I understand how you feel. Now, I'm not going to hate eBay because, yeah, these things suck. These things we have to deal with. It's eBay's platform, and basically either we choose to stay and sell on their platform, abide by their rules, or we don't. Now, what kind of prompted me to even talk about this in general is simply this. There was some videos put out, and I generally don't do this, but I respect both parties. My hope is that it doesn't turn into a back and forth like something similar happened, let's say a year and a half ago between these two. But Don the Auction Professor put out a video over the weekend about the terms of service that have been updated. eBay is constantly updating the terms of service. And essentially, the terms of service are really just talking about how with promoted listings, we're now paying the promoted fee. Coming up, we're going to be now paying the promoted listing fee off of the item, value of the item that's sold, the shipping, the tax. For some, it's just like, we keep getting feed to death. Here's just another example. But I think in the video, he kind of read through the legalese in that updated terms of service and kind of read into things that weren't really likely to happen just to the average Joe. And I can tell you from being in the corporate world for 11 of my 26 years in, company that I worked for, anytime that a company goes in and makes any kind of change to their processes or SOP, standard operating procedures, over time, they're constantly running these updates and these policies and these procedures through their legal team, okay? And of course, the legal team has to come up with legalese so that they cover all the different possibilities that could happen so that they cover themselves, they cover their butts. So that way they're covered when something major happens and they're not taking a huge hit to their bottom line. To you and I, most of you out there sell just everyday stuff. A lot of the legalese that's in these terms and conditions don't really or never will apply to you and I. But they have to put extra things. So if this happens, we aren't liable here. If that happens here, we give the third-party brands the ability to do this, that, and the other thing, when maybe there's no bad intentions that are really ever designed. But again, they're putting the legalese in there just in case something does happen. So I'll give you just kind of an example. The whole daily refinement situation. I can tell you that if eBay didn't have all their ducks in a row in their terms of service, that sellers like Chris could probably go in and find ways to make a case against eBay, maybe litigation. But I promise you that eBay has their ducks in a row for whatever happened. And I don't know what happened with him, but for whatever happened to him in his account, to suspend his account, they have a policy that covered that. And, it may involve that third-party company being able to review stats, data, and things like that. But, eBay doesn't just create terms of services just for the heck of it. They do it to protect extreme situations for the most part. So if you're dealing with a high-dollar seller, maybe a one-off type situation, these terms of services may seem extreme, may seem like, wow, they're going to be able to do this to all of us little guys. But when the truth is, a lot of these terms of services really will never affect us, you and I. And it's easy to overreact to videos like what Don put out. I don't know his intentions. I'm sure that he's just bringing light to, here's what I read and it's startling, it shouldn't be there. And, if they can do this and they can say this in their terms of service, then what's next? What are they going to do against sellers down the road? But it doesn't matter. I mean, because let me put it this way. I'm no apologist for eBay, but let me just tell you this. It doesn't matter what they come up with. They run it by their legal team. Their legal team determines it's legal. Now it's part of their rules, okay? And it's up to you and I to determine if living by those rules or playing in their sandbox or in their playground under those rules is worth doing business. There's other avenues, as maybe you checked out Daily Refinement's latest videos. He's finding ways to move on. There's life after eBay, but it's up to you to determine if that's something you're willing to mess with. You still have the option of eBay. Some people don't even have the ability to sell on eBay. So it's your choice to either abide by eBay's rules or move on, okay? But to be honest with you, we make a lot of these videos. We complain a lot. A lot of you guys think that I complain, but a lot of times I'm just telling you what I'm dealing with, my frustrations on the situation. And a lot of times I just give you the caveat. This is eBay's sandbox, and we have to determine if we want to play in it or not. And so I don't want anyone to think, oh, they're changing the terms of service and the sky is falling and I need to maybe not sell on eBay. You get a lot of people that comment when eBay makes changes or eBay does this or something that happens to somebody on eBay, bad return, chargeback. That's it. I'm leaving eBay. I'm leaving the platform. And I think that's an overreaction for some, because if you're making money, let's look at the big picture here. If you're making money on eBay and they're making these little changes and it doesn't drastically affect your ability to make money, and I get it, fees to death. Fees here, a little bit here, everything adds up, 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%. I get it, but it's not going to, if you source properly, if you do the things that you're supposed to do, You play eBay's game, you list constantly, you interact with your account constantly, you do the things that you're supposed to do that eBay expects you to do, you're going to succeed. And your fees, you're going to have to recapture your fees, the extra amount that eBay charges you, the extra amount that you're going to start paying for these items that due to inflation that you're going to have to pay more to source. Goodwill's bringing up their prices. I'm sure people at yard sales are trying to sell you what eBay's charging. It's getting more difficult to do the things we need to do. But of course, at some point, the market's going to adjust up for inflation, and we're going to be able to charge more for the same goods that we're charging for right now. And so you can look at all these things and say, let one of these things make you feel like, hey, I'm going to quit, and then just ruin it for you. You quit the platform. That's one less major source of income if you're reselling. Now, if you're knocking it out on Mercari or Poshmark or Etsy and OfferUp and Marketplace, and you don't need eBay, well, hey, more power to you. I think everyone has a different situation. I think I'm just talking to the masses here. Don't let bad things that happen to good people, to you, affect your willingness to make money on eBay and succeed on eBay. Don't let it chase you away. And I'm sorry if this latest change, eBay is now charging extra fees on promoted listings. Are you surprised? You think that's going to be the end of it? It's going to continue. And for some, maybe the line's been drawn and they've crossed it and you're done. I just think you really need to consider what I say, feel versus real. These changes may make you feel bad about selling on eBay, make you feel frustrated about things you can't control, like these changes to the terms of service. But you know what? What's real is it's still an opportunity. This platform's still a good opportunity. They bring you the traffic that no other site can bring you. And that is, for me, the number one benefit of continuing to deal with eBay's policies, eBay's fees, and playing in eBay's sandbox. Sometimes we see something, we overreact, we're in our own feelings, and what we feel may not be real, right? So guys, what do you think? Comment down below. Let me know what you think on this whole topic that I'm talking about here. Don't let bad things, and bad things don't happen often. We're talking a small percentage. Look at all the sales that you've made over the last year, and then go back and look at all the problems that you had during that same period of time. I'm willing to bet it's maybe 1-2% of all of those transactions. And if it's much higher than that, you're probably doing something way wrong, or you're just really someone that has a lot of bad luck. So do me a favor, as I always ask you guys to do, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, hit that notification bell so when I do a last minute live like I did on Saturday, or when I make this video like this, you're notified and can be part of the video as well. So guys, like I said, bad things happen to good people, good sellers, happen to bad sellers too. But it's just all another example of how flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have a great start to your week, and we will talk to you very soon.